Alrighty, how you doing, little man? Pops here. Just wanted to give you a little secret today, a little cooking class. So what am I going to be doing today? I'm going to be making a very special dish. Now, last night I made some steaks. They were delicious, but there are some that are left over today. Lucky for me. So I went to the store. I picked up some ingredients and I picked up some tortillas. My favorite, one of my favorite meals in the morning is huevos rancheros. Y a mí me encanta comida latina, comida de diferentes países. Entonces, me voy a cocinar un poco y este dish se llama Pico de Gallo. Okay, we're gonna be making pico de gallo. Traditionally, it's a Mexican salsa, if you will, but I'm gonna be putting my own little spin on it. All right. So first things first, got our ingredients. Got cilantro, red onion, a couple tomatoes, and some peppers. Traditionally, it's made with a serrano pepper, but I love jalapenos. I love that extra kick. So I'm still deciding. I may use all of the serrano and half the jalapeno, or I might do half and half. We'll see how we're looking. One thing is the balance of color. This is a very colorful dish. It's beautiful, so I don't want to overpower it with the green. Last but not least, I've got some garlic. This is my own. This is my little taste, I guess I like to add. All right. So utensils, fork and a knife. You need to be careful about using the knife. All right, especially now. Maybe when you're a little bit older, it'd be all right. But first things we're gonna do is just gonna chop up our ingredients. I've got a nice little pan that we're gonna be putting, or a nice little container that we're gonna be putting pico de gallo in. And so let's get to it, man. I'm enjoying this, man. I wish I had some music to play in the background, but maybe when I'm editing the video, I'll get some. Now, I have already washed the vegetables. That is very important. Whenever you're cooking food, you want to make sure it's clean, okay? So now I'm just going to go ahead and take the top of that. I don't need the top of that. You know what? For me, tomatoes are some of the hardest things to slice. I don't know why. I'm not a professional chef by any means, but I have always enjoyed cooking. And I love experimenting in the kitchen. And you know what, my man? I think I'm pretty good at it. All right. So I'm just chopping up this tomato. You want to make sure. Now, it depends. Some people like chunky salsa. Some people don't. It depends. Try not to slice it too fine, but your tomatoes are gonna pretty much fall apart anyway. Especially in the middle, they're so soft. All right, but I'm gonna chop these up as quickly as best I can, bro. Don't make fun of my knife skills. But as best as I can, I'm gonna chop these tomatoes up. I don't. They're so soft. That's what makes it difficult to chop because they're so soft. Sure, a seasoned chef might be able to show me a trick, but you know, I consider myself Chef Boy RG. So I'm just gonna do it the way that I did it, and it's worked out so far. So good. It's been working out. I'm gonna keep this a little bit chunky. I'm just gonna be putting this, making basically some steak tacos. Last night, already made some steaks. Oh man, what did I season with? A little onion, a little bell pepper, Greg's special spices. What else? Added some mushrooms. So they came out, they were so juicy, so tender. I think I shared with you that your great grandmother, your other great grandmother, your grandfather's mother was a dietitian for a hospital. So she was very good in the kitchen. She actually, I used to look forward to visiting her because she always made me sweet potato pie. Maybe your grandma Marmy, who misses you very much, will be able to show you or make some sweet potato pie for you as well. All right. So, but anyways, back to what I was saying about the steak. So her being a dietitian, my dad when I was growing up told me that she used to be able to take a steak from the freezer and go ahead and put it in the oven, cook it, and it would come out seasoned well, tender, everything. She was sort of a magician in the kitchen. She also baked bread, which is what got me into baking bread when I got a little bit older. I won't say that I made bread nearly as well as her. I won't say that I made bread very well, but I did make bread. Alright, so I'm almost done. I'm cutting these super slow, my bad. Usually cooking is sort of like a therapy for me, so I take my time. I don't necessarily worry about, cooking too fast. It's supposed to be fun, and it's an art. So I just try to do what I do, man. I hope that you're gonna enjoy it someday. Let's see here, but yeah, I think that's halfway decent. See, tomatoes are so soft and juicy. Once you're done, they just slide it off. You can just pour them in. It's not too bad. This is my makeshift cutting board if you haven't noticed yet. But I'm only gonna I usually just use about a half an onion. So that's what I'm gonna use. Some people say it's too much. You do it to your liking. You're gonna have to test out which amounts of which ingredients work best for you. But this works well for me. All right. So let's check this out. And we'll see what it's looking like. Again, man, I'm sure that you be in the kitchen, you'll learn some more professional skills than I. So we'll see. All right, here we go. Again, thickness is up to you. With the onions, I probably definitely cut them thicker than I do the tomato. And again, I don't chop. Like there's different ways you want to curl your fingers really to go ahead and chop things, but again, this is more a labor of love, so I'm not worried about it too much. Let's see here. Alright, so this is a red onion, by the way. You can use any type of onion you like. I just like the flavors of the red onion a little bit better. And the color, man, like I said, this is a very beautiful, colorful dish. And I just like the color, so boom, go ahead and put those in there like so. This really large piece, I don't like that. Take that out so I can chop that up a little bit better. Here we go. That's looking good. I made this dish actually last week, but I only used one tomato. And so it was interesting. It was a nice little mix. It looked like more of a Christmas dish, being it with the bell pepper in it last week. But it is what it is. Oh, and these onions, they're getting me. Oh, they're tearing me up. All right, next, I'm gonna put this onion back. Next, let's go ahead and let's do our serrano pepper. Let's do our serrano pepper. We'll do that next. These are really long, really skinny peppers. They're fun. All right. I leave the seeds in, man. I like the kick. I like just anytime eating these days, I like to eat the whole fruit, entire vegetable, skin, sometimes the stem, but you want to eat. There's nutrients in every part of the food that grows on this earth, so you want to try to take it all in. Our bodies are meant to really digest foods in their entirety. All right, so this, I'm gonna have to decide again on the thickness, but I'm wondering. Like I'm gonna put my jalapeno in there, but I'm trying to figure out how, what proportion. Let's just see how this comes out really quickly. Now, I like making these videos. I don't know how often I'll be able to do it, man. Like cooking, it's a labor of love, but you know, it's tough sometimes. Now, I am dressed this way because I taught today. I teach. I substitute teach many different subjects. Today, I was at an elementary school and teaching music. Can you believe that? My first time teaching music. Usually, I just do general ed, or I do math or science. What else? English, Spanish. But today I did. I'm gonna save a little bit of the serrano pepper for later on. Maybe I'll cook and use it. So I'm gonna save that. But today I did music. I just wanted to see how what it was gonna be like, and it was super fun. Got to sing a lot of songs. The school I was at had a bunch of keyboards, so the kids were learning how to play the keyboard, which was fun. Hopefully, you'll get that experience. Again, we've had it before, but I think, man, because of the way it's looking, I think I'm only gonna use half of this jalapeno. I want to keep the colors in balance too. I'm only gonna use half of it because I like jalapeno a lot, and I only bought one, so I'm gonna be using this in another dish. But anyways, let's see here. Alright, this is looking good, bro. This is a really simple dish. The reason I like this, and I feel like I wanted to show this one to you, is because it's so simple. It's so simple. Everything is fresh, and this is something you could put with pretty much anything. I made fish tacos last week. That's when I made that. That's when I had the green pepper hidden in much larger proportion. But I made fish tacos, ate it with them. Sometimes I just cook. I actually had some eggs. Made some eggs for your great grandmother, and put a little bit of pico on the eggs for her in the morning. You can create an omelet out of it if you want. Pretty much anything, dude. All right. Here we go. Whoops. All right. I might as well finish this bad boy off. This is garlic. This is the garlic. Okay. Garlic, very healthy for you. Ajo en español. It's very healthy for you. And I try to use it in many dishes because it's, well, not only it's healthy, but I love the flavor. I love the aroma. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's good. It's a good herb. Good herb. Also, your dad recently started cooking without salt, so I don't use salt. If you look at a lot of the foods, we eat way too much salt. I started I started a diet, but two, I started reading and paying a lot more attention to what I eat. Not recently, but a while ago, but even more so recently. And I noticed that the amount of salt, even when I try to eat healthy like soups or anything, the amount of salt that's in our food is ridiculous. They tell you that even in a can of soup, that's probably, I want to say, almost your full serving of salt that you need for the day. Maybe less, maybe 50%. That's a lot for just soup. And you got to think salt is already naturally in our food because it's in the earth, so it's already naturally in the food. So that recommended value, normally people probably are eating minimum, I want to say 200%, I guess, maybe, of the salt in a bag of potato chips. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. So what happened was once I stopped, everything I started to eat, if it wasn't fresh, I tried to cook fresh, but if it wasn't fresh, I could taste the salt so much, and it was very overwhelming. So I'm trying to get your grandparents into it, so they can, it's not good for their blood pressure, but it's an art, man. If you can learn how to cook without salt, that's the way to go. A lot of people don't know how to do it. All right. Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of cilantro. I was gonna wait and add this last, but I'm gonna add a little bit of it now. So, and then this. Oh, that smells pretty good. That smells pretty good. Oh, that smells pretty good. So, this, you just chop it really fine. Again. Again, you don't gotta be a professional, man. Just do what you do it out of love. You don't have to be a professional at it. This is a lot of cilantro. That turned into a lot. And oh yeah, baby. Okay. All right, cilantro done. I don't mind getting a little still. Why not? All right. I don't know. We'll see if this is enough or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there. So we are at the home stretch, buddy. Home stretch. Now I mentioned to you already, I like a little spice. That's why I added the jalapeno. But I'm gonna add some things. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more spice. Not too much. This is a fresh dish. It could be done as is. You could take your fork, mix this up. Boom, you're done. I'm gonna add a little bit of cayenne pepper to kick up the heat. Whereas my favorite cook, chef growing up, Emerald, used to be like, bam! So I'm gonna add a little bam, hit it twice for you there. Just a little bit, not too much, because your grandmother complains that some of the dishes are very spicy. I've got a little oil here. Now, preferably, you don't use any just type of vegetable oil. Olive oil, sesame oil are pretty good. Again, I'm not gonna hit it with too much. Boop. Just okay. Boop. Because some oils are very good for you. Okay, so that's cool. Again, I don't cook with salt. If you wanted to, you could hit a little bit of salt in this. I don't cook with salt though. Okay, so I'm not gonna be using salt. I'll tell my guests, if you want to season it, you can season it yourself later. What I will do, where is it? Where is it? Oh man. Alright, what I was looking for was I got some apple cider vinegar that I usually put a cap full. It's a little bit sweet, not too salty, a little acidic, so it helps break down the vegetables. It's also good to help you digest things. So I might add a little bit of that. Instead of salt, what I've been doing is either basil or parsley. All right, they're very good substitutes. Also add some color. Just so happens, guess what? When I was cooking the steaks last night, guess what I used the last of? The basil and the parsley. Boom, of course, whatever. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna mix this up. Sometimes if I were trying to turn this into a salsa, I'd add some sauces in there. And just to give it a little more, liquefied it up, make it a little more thin. I probably would have diced the vegetables in a much more thin manner, but I think we're good. You want to make sure, you want to get in here good, man. It's okay. Release some of that liquid. Also, the onions that we chopped up, they like to stick together like birds of a feather, like family should. So gotta get in there and get those together. All right. Now I may add a little bit more cilantro to this just because I did not, whatchamacallit, I did not have my parsley or my basil. But I don't know, this is looking pretty good, my man. I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to look pretty tasty. Heck yeah. All right. Take a whiff. Fresh, so good. So fresh and so good. I wish I had almost got an avocado. I could have made some guacamole. You could add this to avocado and make guacamole. Again, if I were making the salsa, you could add whatever you want. Might have added a little bit more heat because I like my salsas picante, muy picante. Okay. But that's pretty much it, my man. Got some fresh Pico de Gallo. I might cut a little bit up, a little more of the cilantro up just for garnish. But I'm getting ready to heat up my steak, and I'm gonna eat some Pico de Gallo. Holla, love you so much. All right, got food on my face. Te amo.